That looked like he was shooting back. Ooh. Wait. Is this a... Ah, yeah, this is flashback again.
What's that? Strange pillar of light.
Come. Enter the circle, quickly. It's just you and Matthew now.
Niall? What are you...
Okay. That makes sense.
You? Are you... Father?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't really put together that that is directly his son. Relative or not.
Why are you doing this? But you told me yourself. You told me to make friends. Say something.
He doesn't want us here. We're a nuisance.
Nuisance?
Right? You who've become Mobius. N, isn't that your name?
You? Who are you? What have you done to Niall?
Its name is Alpha. An entity that wishes to erase this world.
He's wrong. I want to embark on a journey to the future. There's just a matter of unwanted baggage.
What are you talking about?
Lives. We Mobius and every last soldier on the face of this world.
Informed by Nell's perspective. In terms of what's valuable.
What are... And that's why all this...
See? We don't need them.
I will arrest it. This moment. This instant.
Oh.
Alpha!
Okay.
Seize this moment from me! Chimera!
Right through!
Yeah, I don't have much in terms of...
Chimera!
How do you like it? Right through!
Blood moon!
Have it! I will erase
Glimmering swift blade!
Pierce!
Wow. Everything's chaining, like I'm sort of match chaining.
Right through!
It's very, very...
Blood moon! Quantum moment!
forgiving.
Chimera!
How do you like it?
I
will
sword
erase you! Pierce! Right through!
Glimmering swift blade!
Have it!
Blood moon!
How do you like it?
Quantum
I
moment!
will erase you!
Blood moon! Glimmering swift blade!
Pierce! I will erase
Chimera!
How do you like it?
So she has a full loadout of moves. That's interesting.
Power! What is it?
Great sword blade!
How do you like it? I will erase you! Pierce!
Quantum moment! Blood moon!
Have it! How do
Ooh. But yeah, like, Alpha's whole thing is...
Wait, what's this power?
You would never understand. This is my choice!
So you choose to stay in the now, to abandon the future.
The one leaving things behind is you!
Grandad, help. Please help.
Niall?
It is done. Alpha.
Leave her! Niall is... she's your family. I can't let you do this. What about Mum? Did she want this too?
You don't need to know. The burden is mine alone to bear.
Mum would tell you to let it go, I'm sure. I know it. But you can't choose this path.
Ondo.
Niall! Granddad! This is the path I have chosen. Matthew. Granddad! Take care of Niall, the future. Granddad! It's in your hands, Matthew.
I do really like this sort of fleshing out of the specifics of how all that went down. Very solemn. And that same green light, which I think was the point of flashing back there.
What was that? Just now?
A memory from Origin. The clash between Matthew and N afforded us a glimpse of it. This is how N truly felt.
That's some history. I can't imagine.
The people who are of the city are the future of this world. And in Alpha's eyes, they are a crucial source of power.
So you killed them all? Killed Granddad?
It was Gondor's choice. I simply cut him down, as he desired.
Stop taking the piss! Granddad wouldn't. He'd never side with the likes of you. The future's in my hands. That can't be what he meant. You don't even see it. Are you really that much of an idiot? It's not just us, you know. It's your ass as well. It's all of that and more that he meant. And if you can't get that into your head, you're about the dumbest bastard there is.
Matthew.
Let's go. I don't have time for his idiocy.
You're gonna leave him? He's Mobius.
If he tries a stunt like that again, I'll just sock him another one. This was a family matter, through and through. End of story. Ah! What? En?
Wait,
I've been waiting, brother dear.
he can't just die here. Wait. They had scorch marks and everything. Okay, yeah, no, save. Definitely save. We'll we'll see how much there is left, I guess.
Okay, it's all backed up.
Good afternoon. This is 11 News. Wednesday, May 16th. Weather in the Radamanthus Authority is fair. It is 24 degrees centigrade,
what?
56% humidity. Continuing
Wait, what?
yesterday's placid highs, the day promises to be pleasant. Today's news will be delivered by me, Sienna Morgan, with additional analysis by our political correspondent, Barry Crowley.
Those are okay, specific names. Is this another Flash? Uh-huh. Well then. This is okay, this is the thing that they were holding back on. Okay. What have you got for me? The
Whoa.
the modern world.
What's all this supposed to be?
What is this place? Seriously?
I don't know. But it looks like there's a path at least.
Then let's follow it. No point in hanging around here.
Be careful. Place as strange as this, anything at all could happen.
Not gonna disagree with that. But this is forward. This is a different forward. This is just a normal suburbanite neighbor, also like Western suburbanite neighborhood. Like, actually, Western high-end houses suburbanite. Every single one of these houses is like distinctly unique. They're not cookie-cutter homes. And no one is home. There's no cars in the... There doesn't need to be. It would be funny if we walked by and we just saw, like, a curtain in a window, like, someone's, like, looking at us like, what are those weird people? So the fact that they gave specific names and whatnot, I mean, so the obvious sort of thing that you may jump to is this is a vision of what could be. 2, a vision of what was. Because that was one of the cool big things towards the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, was the sort of like ruins of a world akin to this. And the third option is that it's both. The once was becomes the what could be once more concept. Right? Oh, those guests got brought with... Oh, my... Okay.
Pretty. I've never seen anything like this.
Wow, those towers. It's like they're all sparkling.
And that enormous one. It's so huge. Bigger than a castle.
Does that go up into the...
Shulk,
They would have knowledge.
this what I think it is.
Yeah. The source of us all. Zanza. No. Klaus's world.
Before the fall.
What was that about the world?
Before mine and Rex's worlds came to be, everything was one. And this is that place.
What you said at the base about the 2 worlds before they came together. This was even further back than those ones.
The lad's got brawn and brains. I'm impressed.
So what?
We've traveled back into the past then?
No, not really. This is Origin's memory stage. We were directly underneath it.
Yeah. I think we're probably inside of it now.
Meaning, we're inside someone's memories?
Of all the people who could remember this era, only one's left.
Alpha, eh? But what's the point of him showing us all this? Is it really Alpha that's doing this? Or is it...
It's Alpha dictated by Niall's sort of interpretation of value. Of what could be and what
Piano.
should be, right?
This melody... Huh? I can hear piano from up ahead.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember the visual of a big, what do they want to call it? Space elevator, I think that's the concept. That's what that probably would be, right? I assume this is basically taking from the memory of Alpha under the interpretation of value that Niall's providing it.
Niall!
Huh? Matthew! Welcome! I was waiting for you.
Well, Barry, don't you think this weather we're having is just perfect?
Niall, how come you're...
It's such a wonderful place, isn't it? I've always dreamed of this. A place we could live together. A place to call home. And not just for you and me, but for everyone we know.
Every who? When did they...
Taking 480,000 settlers to the Eta Carina Nebula in the Carina Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way.
Hey, miss! I'm hungry!
Can we have a snack?
Okay. All right, wash your hands first and then make a line. Because today I've made something extra special.
Hooray!
The ninth vessel, departing in July, heralds a new generation of ultra-long-range colony ships, known officially as Philadelphia-class motherships.
There's plenty to go around. Just let me know if you want seconds.
Meaning that if all goes to plan, the project will send a total of 10 million people out into the great beyond. Now for our next story. It concerns the Saviorite Human Rights Protection Bill brought to Congress last summer. Earlier
See?
today, we heard that
Isn't this great?
have petitioned
There's
against
no
the
room for
proposal.
woes or worries here.
I'm going to be real straightforward here. I'm barely paying attention to Matthew's thing.
As the Justice Ministry's
Nothing to ruin our
Special
happiness.
Commission on Human Rights debates once more on its validity,
Out there,
the possibility that
there's a
the
world
proposal
like
may be
this
scrapped
waiting.
seems more and more
A place
likely.
for new lives to live as they please.
The proposed measure
Just
sparked
like
a lot of
this.
public debate.
Niall,
So many will
you
be watching
can't...
the government and the commission very
It was
closely.
promised to me. By him.
Him?
The person with the silver hair and kind eyes.
And indeed, that seems to be exactly what's happening right
He
now.
gave us this beautiful world.
And now, Dmitry
He said if we simply cast away the old lives,
has issued a statement concerning the matter at hand. Please stay
we
with
can
us.
set out unburdened and all this can be ours. You see? We don't need any of this old life.
Certainly, it's beautiful. If it could truly stay this way. Niall, don't you know what came after? Have you ever seen it? Weren't you ever curious? I think you suspect already. how it changed, what became of this world. And how people have always been. Ambition leads to pride. Even when they'd been granted limitless freedom. Even having built the perfect world for themselves. Humans yet desired the beyond. And then, the world became the way it is now.
Lies! This is all lies! Don't think your ludicrous stories are gonna change my mind. Alpha, he made me an inviolable promise. He said this is what awaits us at the end of our road. He said we could make a world like this.
Oh, come off it.
Like.
Really?
And it comes with...
You think that?
Of course
And
I
it
do.
comes with the baggage, too.
Everything that we were denied is right here for us.
It's obviously a scam. Wherever you go, it's the same. You leave them, it only ends one way.
Oh, so we should just let them keep killing each other. Killing to live. What a load of crap. Good riddance to anything those butchers want to save.
They're not things. They're lives. And yeah, I can't forgive Mobius either. Reaping lives like grain during harvest. But come on. What crimes have their victims ever committed? What did they do? They weren't given a single choice. They were just trying to make the most of each moment, like us.
Everyone you know died for that. Are you okay with that, Matthew?
Course I'm bloody not! Truth is, what you're talking of doing would make you exactly the same as Mobius. Exactly the same. If you build a new world on that foundation, it'll only end one way. Like this. This here. And this is the future you want? You see? Nael, the lives that you and I have. You know that's a possible future for all the soldiers, right? If it weren't for those guys, we wouldn't even be here. Don't lose sight of the real enemy. You know who it is. Mobius or Alpha. It doesn't matter what you call them. The real enemy is whoever threatens our lives. Whoever tries to rob us of our hopes and dreams. Let's build a future, Nael. The one our elders wanted. With our own hands. Come on. What do you say?
Matthew.
Nael!
Matthew!
Start to get through to her. And there it goes. Okay. Interesting.
What a farce. Your rhetoric is rife with falsehoods. I cannot stand
The falsehood
such
being...
drivel.
Let us know. What's wrong? I'll debate you, bro.
I safeguard this world by removing what is time-worn. But it seems that you continue to contravene me. You spur these olden mortals to action.
I am your conscience.
Conscience? There is no place for it in the Trinity processor.
It's you there's no place for, Alpha. 'Cause Klaus, he entrusted the future to us. So he could atone for his past. He followed his conscience.
And he failed to realize that his conscience led him astray. An atavistic delusion. It is common among the old. Wholly unnecessary for all subsequent life.
I knew it. Of course that would be your vision of the world. As long as there's people like you, nothing's ever going to change. Casting off the old world and its people and just walking away.
You could not comprehend it, Matthew.
Turning around, going back, looking for a new way forward. Doing that time and again. That's how you build a future. Hey, but you're just an obsolete piece of scrap. So no wonder you don't get it.
You say I am obsolete?
Life is on our side. And since there's none in you, you're destined for the scrap heap!
Into...
Let's do this, Matthew. Time to bring things to an end.
I hear you. Wait for me, Niall.
Okay, since it's clearly giving me a chance to just rush into it. 49, okay. I'll definitely save first. Okay, so some thoughts on everything that just happened. The thing that really stood out to me was there's two things that I really noticed that seemed to stand out to me in that whole thing. Like I said, I was not really paying attention to the Matthew stuff until the background radio thing ended. The two things that really stood out to me were, one, the amount of proper nouns that were used. That seems unnecessary from a writing perspective. Unless you're specifically, from a writing perspective, you don't want to introduce proper nouns that you don't need to for good reason, right? There's some world-building element to it. But it was a specific radio broadcast in a vital scene that they even subtitle. That seems like a choice that has to be purposeful. The other thing that stood out to me was the whole colony element of it. I'm trying to remember, because I played like 2 episodes worth of Xenoblade Chronicles X before. I just got busy with life, and eventually when I came back to doing Let's Plays, this was Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was coming out. And I do want to go back to it, but what I do remember was that had colony elements to it, right? Were they referencing that? Was it like all those proper nouns? Those might have just been references. One idea is that it might have just been a big reference to Xenoblade Chronicles X. Which then begs the question as to what the hell happened in Xenoblade Chronicles X relative to this. With that said, it then becomes a question of what's the best way to phrase it? The other idea that comes to mind is that it's set up for a future game where the past doesn't go away. I've always been a big, strong believer in the concept that growing towards the future is a big part. A big part of that is not forgetting who you were, but also not abandoning what you've become. Growing and becoming a new person every day of your life, that sort of thing, right? So, it does make me feel as though it could be that they want to do something that ties more back to the pre-Xenoblade stuff for a future game, maybe? At the very least, I think it's probably more likely that it's a reference to Xenoblade Chronicles X in a way to tie it in and wrap up everything before they move on to whatever's next. I guess we're going to find out, but that's sort of where I am with that at the moment. So, in terms of this guy here, I really still don't actually understand his motivation. Yes, make a new world. But, like, I'm trying to rationalize it as sort of like an emotionless computer that's using Niall's sort of, like, conscience that, like, coincides with a... Because the whole idea they introduced was the idea that the old Alvis sort of got lost within what was the previous world when Klaus went away, right? They sort of introduced that concept. which is unfortunate and a bit sad. But here and then A got sort of knocked out either as something connected to Alvis or just in general, the sort of like extraneous programming of understanding, as she said, having a conscience that sort of probably developed from being Alvis, but maybe without those connections it was seen as unnecessary and split off into its own being. Which would make sense to an extent, I think. But the thing I don't get is, presumably he's left his emotionless machine that's following just sort of like a logical programming in the same way Zed was set up to be doing. Just sort of like coming to the opposite conclusion. But then he combines with Niall to an extent, like in some way. And via that, he presumably would gain that sort of like understanding in more emotional value, really more a value system, right? That's how I was interpreting like the sort of like combination of the two. That Alpha was sort of using Niall as the base for that. So I guess the only way that it really makes sense to me is that it developed under Niall's like super cynicism about the world, and Niall was able to be convinced out of it, but he's still basically the representation of that cynicism for all intents and purposes. That does make sense, talking it through. I do like that. That does make sense. That does make some semblance of sense. So, yeah. Let's go. Ow. I did put it on hard for at least the first try. So good. I wish I had another person to bring me up. I really, really, really do. Oh good, they decide to turn off the chain attack music. That's smart of them at this point. Also, Rex is alive. Rex is definitely technically alive at the moment. Break, break, break. Nope. Okay. It's probably fine. I guess I never really figured out if it's better to get it to start at the beginning.
Come on, you know you wanna. Come on, you know you wanna. On first up, yeah?
That would have been better to leave her for that. Let's see how much
Here's what I would do.
the game. Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. I was just like, see how much the game hates me.
Good way to start a party.
Very suboptimal. I probably should have waited. Yeah, I should have waited. Break, 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 break! Oh, that would have been perfect time for a break. Oh, yeah.
We're just getting started. We can do it.
Here I go!
Give him a taste.
You're not getting away.
Out with the oath.
Still holding on!
Don't put yourself there.
Ow.
How did they get to Rex? That's not resting Rex.
I owe you one.
How do you like that? Still holding on!
Don't put yourself.
Still holding on!
How did they get to Rex?
I don't know how they got to Rex.
Don't push the cube at me.
Now you're getting me.
All my power. Unleash.
Let's go. My turn. Look away.
This has served to be a much easier fight. I'm gonna note that. We'll see if it, like, some mechanic comes out of it, like... Yeah, no, that's game. Just crit to the freaking chain attack. Holy fucking shit, that fucking... Okay. That's game. That is about as game as this gets. This is on hard. Yeah, like, you can tell by the chain attack multipliers this is on hard. If this was on normal, I would have just completely destroyed it. Rex is OP. Rex is extremely OP. I'm gonna note that, like, by every single measure of it, Rex is OP.
Now you're getting me.
Let the best for last.
No effect? Oh no. Is this gonna be a wasted chain attack?
Here's what I propose.
Also, I got fucked on this. Never mind, this might not be done at all. Because I have no way to actually ensure I'm actually using Rex in the final stuff. Whatever. Wasted chain. Everything got fucked. Now I'm doing damage. So,
How do you think this would go? Come on, now we're talking.
I'd rather do damage with him than to complete the chain, basically. Like, it actually is probably better. Opportunity. Opportunity!
Another one. How about this?
Phase 1, probably?